Okay, I want to encourage all the Roman Catholics out there to read the sixth canon of the Council of Nicaea, and hopefully this will pick up. It's a video that I made. I just want the audio to pick up. Here it goes. Having gone over every office in the church, he is entrusted. He is entrusted presidentry over the people, which is the same as saying the ruler of the whole world. Now, I cannot say whether he received the priesthood as the reward of his virtue, or to be the source of light and life of the church. Patriarch and Pope. This is Gregory Nazianzus speaking. Athanasius of Alexandria. That's what Gregory Nazianzus said about him. A saint in my church and a saint in your church. Let's just look up the sixth canon of the Council of Nicaea. Why don't we? Confirmation of ancient customs giving jurisdiction over large regions to the bishops of Alexandria, Rome, and Antioch. 7. The honorary rights of the See of Jerusalem. Now, this is a dumbed down sixth canon because I'm quickly using Wikipedia. Let me find the actual. See if I can go under Catholic Library. But I'll try to make a part 2 to this. But I've made plenty of videos showing that there was not a single pope in Rome for the first 150 years. And even after that, you had guys like Irenaeus of Lyon, a saint, one of the greatest saints, um, Cyprian of Carthage, a church doctor and a saint, a church doctor in the Catholic Church. We don't have church doctors. You do. who blasted Stephen, who I like Stephen. Stephen the First is my favorite pope from him or Damasus. I like both of them, but Stephen the First is my favorite. Blasts him because he says everyone knows that all bishops are equal, and that no bishop has jurisdiction over another one. You have no jurisdiction over Carthage. Did Stephen dispute this? No, he just said, you're being too harsh. You're acting like a Donatist or a Novatian. You should let in the Tridores or the Lapsi. So if he didn't dispute it, why didn't he say, I am the Pope of Rome. I am Christ's vicar on earth. You also have Tertullian, which mocks the Pope, calls him Pontifex Maximus and Bishop of Bishops, which were slanders against the Bishop of Rome, which now I realize, now they were later used as honorary titles, but at the time, Pontifex Maximus was the religious position that Caesar held over the cults. It meant the chief priest of all of the pagan cults, and Bishop of Bishops is another title that is overseer of all the pagan cults. But for the first 150 years, there's not a single bishop in Rome. There are groups of guys in Rome, groups of elders. There's even groups of overseers, groups of bishops, multiple bishops. But the two ancient sees, where they only had one pope that spoke for that oversaw the entire city, is Alexandria and Antioch. And Alexandria was just as big as Rome. And look what Gregory Nazianzus said about Athanasius. And that period known as Athanasius Contramundo, where most of the bishops fell into the Arian heresy. Was Rome exempt from that? You should always follow Rome, right? Except when they fall into Arianism or Monophysitism or whatever this Vatican II thing is, or actually Vatican I, where they actually wound up destroying a lot of the orthodoxy. Now, I don't mean to get hostile, right? I don't mean to get hostile. I guess this is coming from a response to somebody saying that I'm from the devil and that the devil is using the Eastern Orthodox Church. The Eastern Orthodox Church is the way that Satan uses to spread his lies or something like that, even though the Roman Catholic Church believes every single word of the Eastern Orthodox Church. It just added a bunch of stuff over the last 950 years. But I'll make a part 2 to this and have all this sources cited. But wait for the exact quotation of the 6th canon of Nicea. And was Gregory Nazianzus wrong? Peace to you. May God save Serbia, Syria, and Ireland.